Hey everybody, good evening, happy Friday, happy pre-Thanksgiving Day week. This is Michael, this is the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. We are in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, continuing our series of legs around the country. Heading up to Minneapolis today as DAL1616. Flying the Boeing 717-200 for Delta. We have ATC all the way up into Minneapolis. Hopefully, we don't have any issues like we did flying into Oklahoma City last week. Doing things a little bit different on the flight tonight, so hope everybody's having a good Friday night. We certainly are here in the metro Atlanta area. We're going to start our boarding and luggage processing as we get everything set up here in the cockpit. Like I said, we're doing things a little bit different this flight. I'm going to run with the 2D cockpit for a few flights while I try to iron out what caused issues during the last live stream. And I'm also going to run Navigraph on my iPad as opposed to the desktop, because I think I may be throttling my CPU a little bit, which may be causing things to jam up comm-wise with ATC. I really don't know. This is just conjecture, and I'm really not sure what to make of it, so we're just going to play it by ear and see what happens. So anyways, I've got Navigraph opened up on the iPad, just checking the charts. We're flying the Windy 3 RNAV departure. There are no speed or altitude restrictions, so we're basically going straight up to flight level 300 today. So go ahead and get that dialed in. And we're going off of 35 right. That's going to be a 356 heading. And then we'll turn on our first waypoint, probably 11 degrees. So no speed restrictions. Let's go ahead and check the arrival. See what we've got going on here. So KB, so we're going to pass. Above 240. And DeMille is 280 knots and 16,000. Nitzer 280 at 12. Let's see, Warsaw at 11. Daryl, nothing. Anna is 250 at 10. Webster at 9. Okay. Candy, 2:30 at 7. Even though we're putting this all in the FMS, that may change as we go. Hampton, 2:10 at 7. All right, got that set up, and should be the ILS 30. And we've got ABEZ.
I'm right next to her. Thank you.
ABEZ 180 at 4,000. And then Narco. ARCO. Narco. Okay, Narco at 3. And then we will pick up the localizer, and that is on 110.30. And 110.30 for 30 left, and that completes that. Okay, we've got the FMS all set. Go ahead and close out of that, and the EFIS control. Got almost fully loaded with passengers. And let me go ahead and file our flight plan. And it is Oklahoma City to KMSP. The alternate airport is... Oh, I think it's KMS. And let me pull up Navigraph again. MSN is our alternate, so... All right, closing exit 1. And departure time is 0109 Zulu. We'll say 0130. Zero 130. Let's see, should be an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, we got enough fuel for about 3.5 hours. Be at 300 sim brief, Oklahoma City, Minneapolis. Madison is our alternate. Departure time 0130 Zulu. Hour 30 en route. Fuel available 3:30. Cruise. File our flight plan. Flight plan is filed. And let's check on that. Baggage is loaded. Go ahead and close up the cargo door at this time. The cargo doors. And looking good there. And we have Kansas City and Minneapolis Center both online this evening because there is an event going on VATSIM tonight. It's just basically a kind of holiday travel hoochie jigger. So that's what's going on with that. Not a lot of traffic in the air like most events, but hopefully it does not interfere with the flight sim. So we will go ahead. Right now we're squawking 1200, and we're not running weather because I really do think the weather engine is interfering with things. So we're just going to be 29902 all the way up, and that's, unfortunately, that's just how it's going to have to be for right now. So go ahead and grab our checklists. All right, pre-start checklist. Parking brake set, throttles are at idle, landing gear levers checked down, flaps are up, spoilers are retracted, fuel quantity is checked, fuel pumps are off, battery master switch is on. We're going to go ahead and start the APU and turn on the APU generator. Fasten seatbelt, no smoking signs are on. Pitot heat off. Wing engine anti-ice off. Hydraulic pumps are coming on. And beacon lights are on. Pre-start checklist is complete. And we'll go ahead and clear the jetway. Operate jetway, undock, confirm. So hope everybody's excited. Thanksgiving's coming up. Of course, if you're from the United States, you know what Thanksgiving is. It's a lot of good food, turkey, ham. Depending on your family, they might do a roast. All right, jet bridge is off the aircraft. We'll go ahead and prepare for pushback. And prepare for pushback and departure. We are on, let's see, we're at gate 16 in Oklahoma City. Gate 16, we're going to 35 right, so we're going to push with the nose to the right and the tail to the left.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Nose right, tail left.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
So I went and bought our turkey today. We in my family, or our family, the wifey's and I family, we do Thanksgiving a little bit different because she has 5 brothers and a sister.
Locking gear.
And all of them are all married. Let's see, nose to the right, tail to the left.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push.
So because of
All
in-laws,
engines clear. Start at will.
because of in-laws, everybody does Thanksgiving with their in-laws and the whole 9 yards. And go ahead, starting engine number 1 and then engine number 2. Thrust levers are idle. Engine area has been checked. Start switches, ground ignition, both. Fuel pumps are on. Starting engine 1 on the left and then engine number 2 on the right. So, all the in-laws do Thanksgiving with Rebecca's brothers and sister, whatnot, and then as a family we get together sometimes the day after or whatever. We're doing it on set. We're doing our Thanksgiving on Saturday, so I'm doing the turkey. So I went and got the turkey today and all the trimmings for that, and hopefully everything works out really good and we have a good time this weekend. So not sure what plans you all have, but let me know in the comments or hop on the live stream and
Please set parking brakes.
let me know what's going on.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
I am got a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Well, it didn't exactly push us out to the thing, so we'll manually do it here real quick.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
And let me go and pull up my... Gonna do a couple of things here real quick. Can I don't think I can shut that off. I'm trying to shut off things running in the background to try and minimize the load on the CPU, because what I'm thinking is happening is we have so much stuff that's running in the background that the that everything starts lagging. So we're going to try it with the 2D cockpit. Navigraphs in the background, running on the iPad. I'm working on a networking kind of thing, which requires me to shuffle some things around in the man cave, but we'll kind of see how that all goes over time. So we'll figure it all out. It's a process. Okay, before taxi checklist, go ahead and shut the APU generator and shut that all off. Nav lights on, taxi lights on, flaps setting to 5, indicating 5. Heading indicator is set. Radio and avionics are set. Autopilot is off. Flight director is on. Yep, flight director's on. Transponder is in mode Charlie. Go ahead and do our flight control check at this time. And elevators down, neutral. Elevators up, neutral. Aileron left, neutral. Right, neutral. Rudder left, neutral. Right, neutral. Elevator check is complete. Parking brakes aren't off. We're going to go ahead and just keyboard push back a little bit further. So we're flying November 935 Alpha Tango today. This is a former AirTran bird. That Delta is wet leasing from Southwest, because Southwest, when they bought up AirTran, did not want the 717s. So Delta picked them up, got a sweet deal for them, and we've been flying them ever since then. As soon as we're airborne and have a stable climb out, we'll switch over to Kansas City Center, which is online right now. And we'll go ahead and get our squawk code from them and all that. So all right, we're going to go ahead and taxi over to 35 right. And we'll go ahead, we're on Unicom, we'll go ahead and announce Oklahoma City traffic Delta 1616 taxiing to runway 35 right via Golf and Echo. Oklahoma City traffic. And parking brake is off. Give it a little bit of throttle. And we are on our way. We had right turn onto Golf when we get to it here in just a second. So, question for all you folks who are flying in prepared. What do you put your cockpit view zoom level to? What makes it more realistic for you as far as those settings go? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, or let me know in the live chat, or even in FSX or FSX Steam, since they're all kind of similar programs. And all that. Let me know. Let me know what you all think. Okay, got our V speeds: V1 148, VR 153, V2 163. Before takeoff checklist: flight instruments checked, engine instruments checked, nav equipment has been checked. We have our takeoff data. We're getting close to the end of the runway. We'll go ahead and turn the landing lights on, strobe lights on, PTOT heat, de-ice as required. Auto throttle is already armed. Takeoff checklist is complete. And coming up on the end of the runway. Go ahead and depart from the Echo 12 taxiway. Oklahoma City traffic Delta 1616 departing runway 35 right to the north. Oklahoma City traffic. Do. All right, takeoff checklist. Thrust is 60% N1, advance, brakes release, and accelerate out. And we're taking off. Brakes released. And we are on our way.
$80 knots.
80 knots, check.
V1. Rotate. V2.
And we are airborne. Positive rate of climb, gear coming up. And flaps are coming up. Yeah, we'll go ahead and engage the LNAV and the VNAV. Yeah, we've got Kansas City already tuned into the radio. We'll go over there in just a second. Climb out checklist. Autopilot on. Altitude on. Airspeed set for the climb. Heading on. Landing lights will come off at 10,000. LNAV, VNAV are engaged. Climb out checklist is complete. Go ahead and jump over to Kansas City Center.
American 1836, Kansas City Bridge, how do you read? American 7039, descend a pilot's discretion, maintain level C40.
Kansas City Center, good evening. Delta 1616 is with you. Just coming into your airspace out of Will Rogers, Oklahoma City, passing through 5900 for flight level 300, 30,000.
Delta 1616, Kansas City Center, item. Delta 1616, radar contact 10 miles north of Oklahoma City Airport. Reset your transponder, squawk 2357.
2357 for Delta 1616. 2, 3, 5, 7.
American 1836, Kansas City Center, roger. Fan the visual approach, runway 1 right. And advise when you have... advise when you have Beta information, Romeo.
nice to have RNAV or
November 180 Kilo.
LNAV and VNAV
310
back.
for appropriate altitude for direction of flight.
So somebody on the VATSIM forums, or not the VATSIM forums, but the AVSIM forums, sent me a link to a beta file for Smith's FMS.
1616, commenting possible 300.
Continue our climb to 300, 300 for Delta 1616. So,
and actually, Delta 1616, I'll need you at an odd altitude. Would you like possible 310 or possible 290?
we'll take 3-1 for 1616.
Delta 1616, commenting possible 310, that's your final cruise altitude.
All right. Continuing up to 310 for our final Delta 1616. So, somebody on AVSIM
Roger, you have the airport in sight.
sent me the link to the beta gauge for Smith's FMS, and it installs exactly the same way as the previous gauge, and then you just install the icons and everything into your panel and update the panel config, and everything's working perfect, so I'm happy to finally, good to have that all back and running now, so. I'm going to turn off the sub-goal that normally resides in the upper right-hand corner of the screen because I have not updated it, but we gained some subscribers over the past weekend, so we're at 313. Hey, JDM.
Just confirm your squawk 472.
Why no 3D cockpit? I'm trying to nail down an issue on my flight from Atlanta to Oklahoma City last week.
Maintain possible 240.
I think the CPU overloaded a little bit, so I'm trying to peg down whether it's a combination of my graphics card and the CPU, and I've got it. I could switch to it, but in the 717, the 3D cockpit doesn't work anyway, so I'm doing the 2D cockpit on here till I find a good 3D cockpit for the 717. But so I'm doing things a little bit different, 2D cockpit, and I'm running Navigraph on my iPad and just trying to minimize things that the CPU would be using.
Contact Minneapolis Center 133.4. Talk to you later.
Hopefully not have any lag issues. Then again, last week was a pretty big event. There was a lot of air traffic coming into Oklahoma City for that event, and that, I think, jammed up VPilot a little bit, just made things a little bit more difficult, but
683 Kansas City Center, Roger. Verify your current altitude to the nearest 100 of a foot, please.
Currently, flight level 3.
Alright, landing lights off. We're above 10,000 feet.
3683, Roger. Descent pilots, discussion maintain level 240.
So hopefully we'll have a little bit of a smoother flight as I nail down these little problems. What I'm probably going to start doing is I have my other gaming computer up here. I need to network it in so they can talk to each other, and I can run VATSPY, Navigraph,
36 Kansas City Center, ident.
all that stuff on one computer, and then just keep the flight simulator and minimum programs running on
aircraft. Just
my main flight sim, just to make sure things stay stable. It's either that or just don't fly on event flights anymore. But I don't want to do that. That kind of takes the fun out of VATSIMing. So how are you doing tonight, JDM?
Center 733 Golf Romeo, Kansas City Center, calling San Level 290, that's your final.
Gonna turn off VPilot and just
That was JetBlue 997.
adjust our vertical speed
Say your
going
request
out.
again.
Wifey has entered the chat. Hello, darling.
JetBlue 997 is approved as requested. FedEx 645, contact Memphis Center 132.55.
132.55, FedEx 645 again.
United 936, radar contact 33 miles west of the Mid PVR, level 320.
Wifey is downstairs, and as usual, she's a happy camper because there's all sorts of Christmas stuff on TV. So we've been watching that today.
Thanks, sir.
I debated even live streaming tonight because I was feeling just a little bit under the weather, and
Kentucky Center, FedEx 1462 with you, flight level 390.
a couple little things, and I just don't know
FedEx
what was going
1452,
on.
Kansas City Center, roger.
And yeah, I had some dinner, took a shower, feeling a little bit better, thought I'd hop on. This is a relatively short flight up to Minneapolis. Just an hour and a half flight time.
Traffic, American 7035, back with
But
you.
I'm feeling a little bit better.
Roger, number 600.
Holidays just kind of get me moody in general, so
777
Southwest 145, contact Minneapolis,
I kind of deal with that and
33-4 Southwest 145.
drive poor wife crazy. But yes, I am
83, descend
okay.
via the Bush 311.
Oh, I hate that. I'm deaf. I'm deaf now. I'm actually feeling a lot
29,
better.
936, we step away for about 2 minutes. That's approved.
So we are feeling good, and
Kansas City Center, Sun Country
Yep.
314, so...
I am my wife's Mr. Grinch.
Sun Country 314, Kansas City Center, roger.
Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday because I get to eat really good food, and then it's Christmas, and I'm just, you know, Christmas has just not been
American
a...
7035, cross Tiger at 12000, Kansas City, Gal
I'm not going to say it hasn't been a joyous holiday. It is. I do enjoy Christmas, but, you know, I suffer from depression.
American 7035,
And a combination of that and,
12,000, Kansas City, Gal 3009.
you know, between depression and loneliness and not having a lot of friends, except for all of you amazing people that I know online, it can kind of mess with your mind, and I drive the poor wifey crazy with my depression because I get really moody and stuff like that, and
American 7035, radar contact lost.
today I've just been feeling this kind of overwhelming sadness for some reason. But I'm feeling a lot better right now. So I figured I'd hop on and go ahead and live stream a flight for y'all tonight.
Center 127.65.
2765, appreciate the help tonight, November 130, Mike Juliet.
Looking at VATSPY, there is a ton of traffic going into Minneapolis.
Thank you.
So this will be a good test of the CPU load. I'll probably turn VATSPY off. Although it doesn't really, and if you, at the beginning of the live stream, you saw that I was exiting out of some of the programs that are down in the taskbar, just giving the CPU everything that it needs to
2592, Kansas City Center, roger. Calling San Pablo 230.
run. I don't want to have any jam ups and then find myself having to exit out of VPilot again because everything gets all jammed up. Because it got really bad. Like I said, last week's flight coming into Oklahoma City when we were flying the A3,
and number 180 Kilo Sierra, I missed
the A330 Neo,
120-125
and
for Chicago Center, please.
coming out of
Kansas City Center, United 446, flight level
Fort Worth Center. passing me to
Kansas City Center, Roger.
Oklahoma approach, everything just got so jammed up,
Contact Memphis Center 132.5.
and the audio just went to hell in a handbasket.
132.5, thank you, have a good night.
And
132.55,
I posted on the VATSIM forums, and they said, yeah, that can be a problem occasionally when there's a ton of traffic, because
Center United 936 back with you.
no computer program is totally immune from things like that happening, but
City Center, NASA 958, checking in, flight level 430.
But somebody suggested that, during those times when there's a lot of comm traffic, in addition, I'm running OBS to push the stream up on YouTube.
NASA 958.
And that can take up a decent amount of CPU.
NASA 958, Kansas City Center, ident.
So trying to limit the background programs that might be just tasking the CPU, and see how that does. So we'll keep an eye on the traffic heading into Minneapolis. If things start to look dicey, unfortunately, I'll exit out of VPilot and we'll just land.
Delta 958, radar contact 30 miles southeast of the Toad EVR
with no ATC, and unfortunately,
7733.
we'll just have to deal with it. And I'll continue to work on getting my other gaming system networked in. So, all right, leveling off at 310 for the cruise up.
Gulf Romeo, contact Chicago Center 120.12. 120.12.
Go ahead and adjust our cruise speed up to 305.
Delta 2592, climbing team level 320.
320 for Delta 2592.
Climb cruise 305. Oh yeah, I got your VNAV back on. There we go. All right, we're at altitude. VNAV coming back on.
Maintain 280 knots in the climb, and then when you transition over, maintain Mach 0.75.
All right, level at 310, accelerating up to 305 knots.
Delta 2592, maintain 280 knots in the climb. When you transition over, maintain Mach 0.75.
267.
280, then Mach 0.75, Delta 2592.
267 and 25. Just for our reference, so.
Sun Country 314, turn 20 degrees left vector, sequence into Minneapolis.
That's going to be fun getting into Minneapolis, because it looks like there's a lot of traffic.
Left vectors for the sequence.
Looks like a ton of people are doing Detroit to Minneapolis and back and forth. And then we've got a bunch of traffic heading into Indianapolis. Atlanta Center's not even online. Jacksonville and Houston Centers are up. Fort Worth is down. I'll give you the whole, bring the whole map over.
Southwest 3683, connect signal separation 132.12.
So here's our bat spy map. So we're right here. Big 1,000 feet, ground speed 478, and here's all of our traffic bouncing around between Chicago, Detroit, and Minneapolis. And here's our traffic coming into Indy, not Indianapolis, but Memphis, I'm sorry. Look at all that. That's all the traffic coming into Memphis tonight.
132.55.
There's something coming into ORD.
1256, contact Chicago Center 127.77.
And here is Minneapolis. Looks like everybody decided to go to Minneapolis today. then here's all the traffic coming in and out of
United 936, connect Denver Center
Detroit.
1C7.65.
There we go. That's everything. So it looks like everybody's doing Detroit to
Denver
Minneapolis,
27.65,
and Minneapolis to
936
Detroit. So good amount of traffic online tonight. Just nice long line.
Appropriate altitude for direction of flight. Would you like flight 410 or flight 450?
So should be fun. We'll make the most of it and see how we do on the flight. So if you're just joining the live stream, my name is Michael. This is the Sky's Limit Aviation Channel. This is DAL1616, Boeing 717 service up to Minneapolis from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Will Rogers Airport.
I just got climbed a little bit because of turbulence.
Level at 310 and 305 knots. Ground speed's about 483, 484.
All right, over to Denver Center on over to Denver Center, Southwest 287.
Mach 0.80, thereabouts. Got an operating
Country 576, turn 30
FMS with VNAV and LNAV on all my aircraft now. So that's a huge help when it comes to these event flights or even just VATSIM in general. It's just good to have a good, it's not the best FMS program out there, but for me, it does what I want it to do, so I am happy with that.
Say the heading again, Delta 2592.
Heading 300, left turn heading 300, please.
That's 300, Delta.
So looking ahead to the next couple flights after this one,
91, contact Chicago Center
we'll be doing a flight up into Winnipeg from Minneapolis, and then we're going to change things up, and I'm going to fly a FedEx flight out of Winnipeg down to Mother Memphis. So those flights coming up over the next 2 days or weeks. Looking forward to doing those.
Roger. Primary 4211, say your Mach number. Primary 4211, Kansas City Center.
Somebody doesn't want to talk. Prime Air 4211. Where's he at? He's heading up to Minneapolis from Memphis.
Prime Air 4211, Kansas City Center. How do you read?
I think he stepped.
Was that for Prime Air 4211?
Yeah.
Yep, it's the fourth time I've called you, sir. Say your Mach number.
We're mocking the small 88 ground speed of 464.
He's not worried about
Maintain
that.
Mach 0.80.
We'll punch it Prime Air 4211.
You said you were at Mach 88, correct? That's what you just said.
Yeah, Mach 88 at this time.
Roger, thanks. Maintain Mach 0.80.
Yeah, it's not exactly punching
You
it.
want me at 80 Prime Air 4211?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Mach 0.80.
80 will give you that Prime Air 4211.
For spacing.
KC Center, FedEx 413, I guess disconnected. I refiled flight plan and reconnected. Let me know what you need from me.
That's hilarious.
314, Kansas City Center. How do you read?
Oh well. It'll be a fun Friday. So, for plans does everybody have for Thanksgiving? Are you guys going to be traveling? Are you going to stay home this year? What is the story?
Sun Country 5786, maintain Mach 0.80.
Let me know in the chat or the comments.
2592, what's your planned Mach number?
Delta 2592, Mach .78.
Roger, you maintain normal cruise speed.
That is my normal cruise speed, Delta 2592.
Roger, I'm just advising you resume whatever speed you would like, sir. You're not restricted
Thank
to
you,
anything.
Delta 2592, resuming normal speed.
So looking at the CPU load on OBS, it's literally nothing. Probably the most of the load that it causes would be the GPU load, since the processor on the GPU has to encode everything to upload it. So, but we're
Sun Country 576
pushing.
Minoso.
Jack Minoso, Sun Country 576.
What are we doing? We're
2592
streaming at 6,000 kilobytes per second for the encoder. Actual outbound speed is 6136.
2592 Minoso.
Delta 2592, is that from me?
So we're doing good
Delta
there.
2592 Minoso.
Audio, we're sampling out
Direct
at
Minoso,
44.1 kilohertz. There's not a lot of CPU load coming from on the OBS side.
JetBlue 997, Catechin Memphis Center 12, correction 132.55.
132.55, have a good day, JetBlue 997.
Primary 4211, Catechin Chicago Center 127.77.
So just trying to nail down
The Northwest
that.
1914, 1025 for 15000.
We'll see.
1914 KC Center, right across the possible 360.
Somebody else suggested it might be the model of the aircraft and how the pilot views it.
27.7 Primary.
No, I realize there's probably not a lot of people because there technically is not a A330 Neo available anywhere. I just happen to know somebody who knows somebody, and I have a certain A330 900 Neo model that's... We'll leave it at that.
Don't have a Delta.
So somebody suggested that the type of model that I'm flying could be it. So we'll fly the 717. We're flying the 717 because it's pretty common.
Kansas City Center to be on 36 Mike Zoo level 300.
And see how that does. But so far so good. There's literally I'm on the western side of Oklahoma City Center, and there's literally nobody around me. The nearest traffic is out near passing to just to the west of St. Louis, trekking north up into Minneapolis is where all the traffic is. That'll converge in on that mess once I get into the Oklahoma City area. So.
For 314, we had a
Roger, Sun Country 314, say your Mach number.
We're Mach .80, Sun Country 314.
United 446, say your Mach number.
United 446, Mach 0.78.
Roger.
Regulating all that traffic heading up north. That's why Cameron is asking about.
Northwest 1914, Clark Minoso.
All that.
Somebody stepped on you. Northwest 1914, Clark Minoso.
Minoso is on my...
November 420 Sierra Bravo, Chicago,
Minoso is not on my this, so...
277, 00 Bravo, thank you.
127.77, confirm.
2777, 00 Bravo, thank you.
Delta 2592, connect Chicago Center 127.77.
127.77, Delta 2592, good night.
There we go. And I see that Virtual Aviation has joined the chat. Hey, my friend, good evening to you.
Plane Mach number.
We're going to find Mach 80 for Northwest 9.
So, even with the Beta Smith's FMS gauge, I still have that little thing where the flight level doesn't show as correct in the legs page, and I got to go in and re-enter it half a dozen times to correct it over here, so everything is including my speeds, as you can see here, so craziness. But I'm happy to have a working FMS with LNAV and VNAV again, and I can do hold patterns and the whole 9 yards, and nice to be able to, nice to have been able to integrate that into prepared version 5.
Verify your altitude one more time.
Right now we're about 36.
So how are you doing this evening? Are you ready for the weekend? And what are your plans for Thanksgiving? Probably another 10-15 minutes, we'll get passed off to Minneapolis as we pass to the east of Omaha as we track up into the Minneapolis area. I hear that there is a program that I can download that OBS can access my iPad, or can connect to my iPad, and then I can put Navigraph as an overlay onto the desktop. But I don't know. We'll see. We're trying to minimize the CPU load on the computer. By not having a lot of things running in the background to task the CPU.
Mach 77, United 446.
So we'll see how this flight goes. The true test will be once we get close to Minneapolis and we get in the middle of all this traffic, so...
Connect 413, connect Chicago Center 127.77.
Was that for Northwest 1914?
Negative FedEx 413, contact Chicago Center 127.77.
So we're finally back to the cooler weather here in Atlanta.
413, Kansas City.
It's been a little bit overcast and cloudy the last couple of days, however.
413, connect Chicago Center 127.77.
And we do have some rain in the forecast for tonight as well. But nothing that's not that unmanageable for us down here.
FedEx 1452, connect Memphis Center 132.55, talk to you later.
13325, FedEx 1452.
FedEx 1452, connect Memphis Center 132.55.
13325, FedEx 1452.
Negative 132.55, 3255.
3255, FedEx 1452, we'll see you.
Okay, not close enough to Minneapolis yet to get the ATIS. And got 3 controllers up on Minneapolis Center tonight, and then Minneapolis approach being handled by 4 controllers. Got 1 instructor. Looks like he might be just keeping an eye on things, and then one departure guy and 2 arrive. Okay, so south approach, north approach, and then we got a supervisor overlooking things, and then 1 departure controller from Minneapolis. Kansas City tower, ground, and ATIS are up. So I don't know who will get passed over to. But we'll get it all figured out. And one thing I need to do real quick that I forgot to do, and that is double check
Air 3371 Tango to maintain 10,000, St. Louis South Air 3008, say your approach request, advise when you have weather NOTAMs in Mount Vernon.
Alright, we're down to 10,000.
Okay. 30 left is 110.30. And 30 right is 110.70. Looks like a lot of the traffic's coming in for 30 right, so there may not be a lot.
Just
want to make sure that
10,000 runway heading 011.
that we're able to utilize the localizer.
So 1274's radar contact, climb 5000, clear JDOG, resume the tunnel transition.
15,000 direct JDOG, Delta 1274.
3371 Tango, yeah, St. Louis South Air there 3008, just advise when you have weather NOTAMs in Mount Vernon, and stand by. I do have your approach request though.
Roger that. I have the Mount Vernon.
Crash back.
Just put 111.30 in and 111.70. Yeah, we'll put 111.30 up because that's
446, turn 20 degrees left, vectors for sequence into Minneapolis.
There.
United 446, turn 20 degrees left, vector sequence into Minneapolis.
Turn left, 200, left, left, say again, left, 20 degrees?
Affirmative, left 20 degrees from your current heading, sir.
Oh, from my current heading, understood, United 446.
Heading will be 2320.
Northwest 1914, Quebec, Chicago, Center 127.77.
127.77, good night.
And we'll get passed off here in probably just the next few minutes up to Minneapolis. So going in on the
Delta 1616, Connect Minneapolis, Center 133.4.
133.04 for Delta 1616. Thanks for the service. Have a great weekend and happy Thanksgiving. Oh, it's 133.4.
Delta 1092, turn 10 degrees right, short vector for sequence out of Minneapolis.
We're high at 10,000 for that 156.
Minneapolis Center, good evening. Delta 1616, flight level 310.
Delta 1616, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Southwest 2313, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
13547, Southwest 2313, yeah.
Go ahead and real quick pull up my task manager. And see how CPU is doing just fine. It's only
3 arrival, runway 30 left transition, Minneapolis altimeter 29.
chugging along at 4.67 gigahertz and not even utilizing 50% of CPU. Just hovering in the mid-teens to the mid-40s, and it's not really creeping any higher than that, so Ethernet is pegged out. GPU is only using 16% of its capacity. If anybody's curious, I have a 12th gen Intel i7 12700 Kilo Foxtrot is my CPU, and I have a NVIDIA RTX 3070 Ti for my graphics card. Everything seems to be okay, however, so I got another
American 1684, Minneapolis Center. Good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 310.
739 just left Kansas City, also heading up to Minneapolis. He's way below me, so he's not going to be, will not be a factor.
Southwest 3322, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
3547, Southwest 3322.
Delta 1274. Passing 16,000 for level 330 on the Royal One with directed to Tonsay.
Delta 1274, Minneapolis Center, good evening.
So according to the processes, prepared is using about 19% of the CPU, and that's it. OBS is barely using anything. Although it is using a good bit of the RAM. B-Pilot's hardly taking
United
anything.
2498, contact Denver Center, 127.65.
17.65, United 2490, have a good night.
So it's just kind of I think it could have just been the sheer amount of voice traffic that was up last night.
Minneapolis Center, good evening. Primary 4211 Heavy with you, flight level 360, marking decimal 89 at this time.
Primary 4211, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Cross Hammer at and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 299er.
299er, Hammer 10,000, we'll do primary 4211 Heavy.
Minneapolis Center, good evening, Delta 1091, level 360.
Delta 1091, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Cross Hammer at and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 299er.
Cross Hammer at or maintain 10,000, altimeter 299er, Delta 1091.
Southwest 138, contact Chicago Center, 127.77.
Chicago Center on 127.77 for Southwest 138. Thank you very much.
Southwest 1145, contact Minneapolis approach, 135.47.
3547, Southwest 1145, good.
Minneapolis Center, hello, Sun Country 576, level 380.
Sun Country 576, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Cross Hammer at and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 299er.
Cross Hammer, maintain 10,000 for Sun Country 576.
Delta 2586, contact Minneapolis approach, 135.47.
3547 for Delta 2586, thanks.
All right, we have the ATIS for Minneapolis. Information Golf Winds 210 at 7. 10 miles visibility clear. Altimeter 299er. 30 left, 30 right approaches in use. And we have Golf.
Center, hello, Cedar Jet 961 Heavy, 15.5, climbing 17,000. What was the call sign again?
Cedar Jet.
Cedar Jet 961, Minneapolis Center. Good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 310.
Maintain flight level 310, Cedar Jet 961 Heavy.
Mike Sierra November Echo Romeo, contact Denver Center 127.65.
127.65, November Echo Romeo.
Minneapolis Center, Skywest 5427 at Omaha, requesting clearance IFR to Denver.
Skywest 5427, Minneapolis Center. Good evening. It'll be just a minute.
Yep, no rush.
Oh, somebody going someplace other than Minneapolis tonight. So we have a few speed restrictions, and we got them already set up in the FMS. So as we get
United 459,
closer to Minneapolis,
135.47.
KB at 280 knots and 240. The mill 280 at 16,000. Nitzer 280 at 12. Warsaw 270 at 11. And then Darrell will cross at 11,000, and then Anna 250 at 10, Webster 250 at 9, Candid 230 at 7, then we'll cross Hampton at 210 at 7.
Minneapolis Center,
Double M 210, 6,500.
Checking in flight level 320.
And then we'll be on the localizer for 30 left going in.
United 27, contact Minneapolis Center 125.3.
125.3 for United 27, thanks. Have a good night.
Minneapolis Center, Delta 2592, checking in, flight level 320.
Delta 2608, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47. American 1684, contact Chicago Center 127.77.
12777, American 1684, good day.
And last aircraft checking in, say again.
Delta 2592, checking in, flight level 320.
Delta 2592, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Cross Hammer, add and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
Hammer at 10,000, Delta 2592.
Mini, good evening. November 4200 Bravo, descended to 3824-330.
November 420 Sierra Bravo, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Cross Hammer at and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
Hey, cross Mini at 10,000, altimeter 29er, 4200 Bravo.
The Hammer is on my arrival, and it's not.
United 2272, contact Denver Center 127.65.
12765, United 2272.
Delta 1256, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
135.47, see ya.
Cedar 961, contact Chicago Center 127.77.
Delta 2914, Whiskey 12360.
Cedar 961, contact Chicago Center 127.77.
2777, see you later, CZ 961.
Delta 2914, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Descend via the Bainey 3 arrival, runway 30 right transition, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
Okay, send me the Bainey 3 arrival, runway 27 right transition, Delta 2914.
Hi, Center. Can you confirm again that waypoint to cross at 10,000 for 000?
November 420 Sierra Bravo, cross Hammer, Hotel Alpha Mike Romeo at and maintain 10,000, 10,000.
Oh, perfect. Hammer 10,000, 000 Bravo. Thank you.
Minneapolis Center, good evening. Transauto 251 with you 11,700 for 17,000.
Got Delta 1274 trailing me. They're actually up at 330, but they're going a little bit slower than us, so...
What's your location?
Going direct, Doctor.
Transauto 251, roger, thanks. Your tag was buried by about 20 others. Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving you. No pill's gonna cure my ill. I got a bad case of loving you.
135.47.
135.47, thanks for the ATC. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. Primary 4211 Heavy.
Delta 1616, cross Warsaw at and maintain 11,000, 11,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
Cross Warsaw at 11,000 and altimeter 29er for Minneapolis, Delta 1616. Yeah, we have it up in the FMS, so we are good.
Minneapolis Center, FedEx 413 with you, flight level 380, looking to start our descent into Minneapolis.
FedEx 413, Minneapolis Center.
Excuse me.
Descend and maintain flight level 340.
Descend and maintain 340, FedEx 413.
Be hitting our top of descent here in about 76 miles.
Minneapolis Center, Transauto 251, request a slow climb to flight level 350.
Transauto 251, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Climbing 350, and just for your own information, the upper levels will be at 500 feet per minute or less, Transauto 251.
Roger. Feeders 961. Did you copy the frequency change I gave you a while back?
Excuse me.
November 420 Sierra Bravo, short vector for sequence. Turn left heading 270. Descend and maintain 10,000 and expect direct hammer in about 5 minutes.
Okay, left heading 270, descend 10,000 for 4200 now.
And Northwest 1914 Heavy, flight level 360, smooth.
Northwest 1914 Minneapolis Center, good evening. Cross hammer at and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
Hammer at 10,000, 2999, Northwest 1914 Heavy.
Delta 1091, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
Approach 3547, Delta 1091, see you.
Minneapolis Center, Solaris 10 Charlie at Omaha, and taxiway Gulf 4, ready for taxi to runway 14 right, and I have the weather.
Solaris 10 Charlie, Minneapolis Center, runway 14 right, taxi via Golf Whiskey.
Runway 14 right, via Golf Whiskey, Solaris 10 Charlie.
Sun Country 576, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
Over to 13547 for Sun Country 576.
Good evening, Minneapolis Center. It's WestJet 1547 with you at 10,800 for 17,000 direct. No gap.
WestJet 1547 Minneapolis Center, good evening. Climb and maintain flight level 380.
Climb 380, WestJet 1547, thanks.
United 2272, Minneapolis Center, you still with me? Sun Country 576, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47. November 420 Sierra Bravo, proceed direct hammer.
Proceed direct hammer 00 now.
I don't know if that popping in the audio is just normal.
Delta 1274, descend, cross Warsaw at and maintain 11,000, 11,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
And we're almost at our top of descent.
Delta 1274, Minneapolis.
Go ahead, Delta 1274.
Got to be listening. Delta 1274, cross Warsaw at and maintain 11,000, 11,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
Cross Warsaw 11,000, Delta 1274.
Delta 2592, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
Right, top of descent checklist.
3547, Delta 2592. Thank you for the ATC. Good night.
Transauto 251, contact Chicago Center 127.77.
Still have information Golf.
2777, Transauto 251.
Altimeter 2999, radios and navs are checked. Fuel quantity check. Anti-ice descent speed as required by ATC. Top of descent checklist is complete. We're 20 nautical miles out from top of descent.
2089, passing 14,000 for 17,000.
United 2289, Minneapolis Center, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Climb maintain flight level 320, United 189.
Center, FedEx 413, can you get us down here into Minneapolis?
FedEx 413, descend and maintain 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29.
Descend and maintain 10,000, 2999, thanks.
We're deaf again.
14, all right, we'll step away for about 5 minutes.
Minneapolis Center, Solaris 10 Charlie at runway 14 right, ready to go.
Solaris, you just have to stand by a minute.
Roger.
Minneapolis, Sun Country 314, flight level 300.
Sun Country 314, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Descend, Sun Country 314, cross Hammer at and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
Cross Hammer at 10,000, altimeter in Minneapolis is 2999, Sun Country 314.
Center, good evening, United 1535, flight level 400. United 1535, Minneapolis Center.
And we're just about over our top of descent. Starting down here in just a second.
Delta 1012, contact Denver Center 127.65.
137.65, Delta 1012, Delta good night.
Leaving 310 for 24,024.
Minneapolis Center, United 2605, checking in flight level 380.
United 2605, Minneapolis Center, good evening.
the traffic does not look too bad around Minneapolis, at least not like what it was around Oklahoma City a week ago.
FedEx 413, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
135.47, good day.
I know. What was that for, the last call?
Not you.
Roger that.
At least people are paying attention. And continuing down to
Minneapolis
16.
Center, United 446, flight level 320.
United 446, Minneapolis Center, good evening. Cross Hammer, add and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
Oh, crossing Hammer at 10,000, United 446.
November 420, Sierra Bravo. I'm going to need to give you another vector. You're just slower than everybody else. Turn right heading 090 and expect direct Hammer in about 5 minutes.
Okay, right 090, continue descending for 10,000, that's 000.
Northwest 1914, amend your descent and maintain flight level 190, I'll have lower later.
Alright, descend to flight level 190 now, Northwest 1914.
Delta 1902, with your flight level 300.
Delta 1902, Minneapolis Center, cross Hammer, add and maintain 10,000, 10,000, Minneapolis altimeter 29er.
29er, Hammer 10,000, Delta 1902.
Solaris 10 Charlie, wind 170 at 4, fly runway heading, runway 14 right, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading, runway heading 14 right, clear for takeoff. Solaris 10 Charlie.
Center, Delta 2131 with you 11,000 for 17,000.
Delta 2131 Minneapolis Center, good evening, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Up to 280 for Delta 2131.
Passing through 20,000 for 160 on our way to cross Warsaw at 11,000.
November 420 Sierra Bravo, proceed direct Hammer, resume the Bloom 4 arrival.
Okay, left direct Hammer and resume the arrival 00 now.
Northwest 1914, contact Minneapolis Center, 135.47.
3547, Northwest 1914, good night.
November 420 Sierra Bravo.
And passing through 18,000.
You might have to get vectored again.
Approach checklist, seatbelt no smoking signs are on. Go ahead and restart the APU. APU generator on. Avionics radios are set. Speeds will be per discretion or ATC. Landing lights on below 10. Spoilers are armed. Flaps as needed.
14, contact Minneapolis approach.
Approach checklist is complete.
13547, good afternoon.
Delta 1616, contact Minneapolis approach 135.47.
35.47 for Delta 1616. Thanks for the ATC tonight. Have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
We'll approach runway 30 left.
Visual 30 left, go on slip.
Delta 2102 at a 20 descending via the muscle 30 left.
And here's where the CPU starts spiking out because of the traffic.
Right, Delta 2102.
Mini approach November 921 Bravo Kilo, descending on the killer 330 left Gulf.
Number 921 Bravo Kilo, Minneapolis approach, expect visual approach runway 30 left.
30 left on Bravo Kilo.
FedEx 413 Heavy, descend and maintain 7,000. Descend and maintain 7,000, FedEx 413 Heavy.
Minneapolis approach. Good evening, Delta 1616 with you. Passing through 14.5 for 11,000 at Warsaw.
Verifies Delta 1616?
Correct, Delta 1616.
Delta 470, 18.5, descending on the muscle 3 with Gulf.
Delta 1616, minutes approach, expect a visual approach runway 30 left.
Expect 30 left, and we have Gulf, Delta 1616.
Thanks. And who else was checking in?
Delta 470, 17.8 on the muscle 3 with Gulf.
Delta 470, minutes approach, expect the visual approach runway 30 right.
30 right, Delta 470.
Delta 2914, connect approach on 119.3. Delta 2914, connect approach on 119.3.
119.3, 2914.
Qantas 11 Heavy, turn left heading 210, reduce speed to 210.
Left 210 and reduce speed 210, Qantas 11.
Number 9021 Bravo Kilo, reduce speed to 210.
210, 1 Bravo Kilo.
FedEx 413 Heavy, connect approach on 126.95.
126.95, please. Approach, good evening, November 420 Sierra Bravo, reaching 10,000 in Bonhammer on the Blue 4 information Gulf.
Number 420 Sierra Bravo, minutes approach, expect the visual approach runway 30 left.
Okay, visual 30 left, 0 Sierra Bravo.
Northwest 1914, turn right.
So when I first popped over to approach, the CPU spiked literally to 100% there for a couple seconds and then leveled back down. So it's looking like it probably is V-Pilot and just all the traffic on it. Hopefully they can keep it managed. All right, leveling off at 11,000 feet.
126.95.
26.95, Qantas 11, g'day.
Fokker 3250, connect approach 119.3.
1930,
yeah. Delta 2102, connect approach 119.3.
19-3 Delta 2102,
Go ahead and turn off that spy. Really don't need it. Go ahead and put landing lights on. So if you're just joining us, you're coming up on the end of our flight up to Minneapolis from Oklahoma City, Will Rogers Airport.
7,000 Northwest 1914 Heavy.
Delta 1616, fly present heading, descend and maintain 7,000.
Fly present heading, descend, maintain 7,000, Delta 1616.
Number 1 Bravo Kilo, turn left heading 200, descend and maintain 7,000.
Left to 200, down to 7,000, 1 Bravo Kilo.
Number 1 Bravo Kilo, connect approach on 126.905.
Guess we don't need the FMS anymore.
Yep, approach, good evening, Southwest 908,
Hey, 6-day blue.
6 on the...
the bloke talking over is some Qantas heavy flying into Minneapolis.
Minneapolis approach, good evening, United 1129, 13.5 via the Killer 3 with information calls.
United 1129, Minneapolis approach, expect runway 30 left.
Expect 30 left.
Not sure who he is. It was some Qantas bloke.
Approach Southwest 325, descending 17,000 via the arrival.
And passing through 9,300 for 7,000.
Right now.
So expect 30 right for Southwest 325.
Northwest 1914 heavy, turn right heading 040 and reduce speed to 210.
Alright, turn 040 and 210 knots, Northwest 1914 heavy.
Northwest 1914, connect approach 126.905.
2695, Northwest 1914.
Delta
1616.
November 0 Sierra Bravo, turn left heading 340, vectors for sequence, reduce speed to 210.
Okay, left heading 340 and 210 the speed 00 now.
Minneapolis approach, Sun Country 314, sending
13,700.
Delta 2203, Minneapolis approach, runway 30 right.
This is where we encountered problems last week with everybody walking all over each other.
Delta 470, reduce speed to 210.
Delta 470.
Delta 470, connect approach 119.3.
1930, Delta 470.
Who else was checking in?
That's Sun Country 314.
Sun Country 314, Minneapolis approach, advise the end of ATIS, expect runway 30 left.
Expect 30 left, we have golf.
Delta 1616, turn right heading 080 and reduce speed to 210.
What was the heading again for Delta 1616?
Delta 1616, turn right heading 080, reduce speed to 210.
080 and slowing down to 210, Delta 1616.
November 0 Sierra Bravo, turn right heading 010, descend and maintain 7,000.
Right heading 010, 7,000 00 now.
Delta 1616, connect approach on 126.905.
26.95, Delta 1616, see ya.
Delta, correction, United 1120.
110, descend and maintain 6,000.
Okay, right turn, you said 110 for Northwest 1914 heavy?
Northwest 1914 heavy, affirmative, and descend and maintain 6,000.
Descend to 6,000 and heading 110, Northwest 1914 heavy.
Delta 1549, maintain 170 knots, 205-mile final.
Go ahead and go flaps 1.
Delta 2592, maintain 170 knots, 205-mile final.
Minneapolis approach, Delta 1616, 080 heading 7,000.
Delta 1616, Minneapolis approach, roger. Delta 2592, maintain 170 knots to a 5-mile final.
170 till 5-mile final, Delta 25 set 92.
November 921 Bravo Kilo, descend and maintain 5,000. Caution wake turbulence to be following a heavy A330 on the approach.
Down to 5,000, we'll watch for the wake, 1 Bravo Kilo.
1 Bravo Kilo, proceed direct to ABAZ.
Direct ABAZ, 1 Bravo Kilo.
Delta 9973 heavy, reduce speed to 190.
1909973.
Oh, nice. Hey, if you guys are big and heavy on stuff in the UK, put the word out and steer some folks over this way. I'm on YouTube, so I live stream pretty much all my flights out here when I can.
Delta 1549, contact tower 126.7, good night.
126.7, Delta 1549, thanks.
Glad to have you on the live stream. So where in the UK are you?
Direct ABAZ in traffic, you're following 11 o'clock, 6 miles northwestbound is an A330, 5,000.
Okay, we'll direct to ABAZ for Class 11.
Class 11 heavy, do you have the traffic in sight?
See, somebody else has an A330-900 out here besides me. Huh. Interesting.
Hey, firm. We'll follow the visual traffic in, cleared 130 left for Class 11.
West 1914 heavy, fly heading 040.
Left turn 040, Northwest 1914 Heavy.
And the CPU is spiking again.
United 1129, 8,400 for 7,000, heading 210.
United 1129, Minneapolis approach, hello, reduce speed to 190, then descend and maintain 7,000, expect to turn across the localizer for spacing.
190 knots to 7,000, and we'll expect turn through the localizer.
That actually made the flight simulator freeze there for a second.
FedEx 413, disregard. Delta 1616, fly heading 120, descend and maintain 6,000.
1206 and 6,000, Delta 1616.
Northwest 1914, heavy, reduce speed to 190.
190 on the speed now, just Northwest 1914.
Was that heading 120 for Delta 1616?
10 miles westbound at 6,000.
Traffic in sight 1 Bravo Kilo.
November 1 Bravo Kilo, follow traffic, clear visual approach, runway 30 left, maintain 190 knots.
Follow the traffic, clear visual 30 left, 190 on the speed 1 Bravo Kilo.
And again, for Delta 1616, was that 120 on the heading?
Delta 1616, affirmative.
120. Turn right 120, Delta 1616.
Approach, good evening, November 4200 Bravo 7000, 210 on the speed 80 on the heading and information Golf.
November 4200 Bravo Minneapolis approach, roger.
And Minneapolis approach, Sun Country 314, descending 7,000.
Sun Country 214, Minneapolis approach, roger.
So where at in the UK are you?
Heavy, fly heading 120.
Heading again, Delta 9973.
I'll do my best, my friend.
120.
Alright, 120, 9970.
Northwest 1914, heavy, proceed direct to ADAS.
Direct to ADAS on Northwest 1914.
United 1129, turn right heading 310, direct ABAS when able.
310, direct ABAS, United 1129.
November 420 Sierra Bravo, fly heading 120, descend and maintain 5,000.
Fly heading 120 and descend 5,000 at 00 now.
Delta 2592, contact tower 126.7, good day.
126.7, Delta 2592, good night.
FedEx 413 heavy, reduce speed to 170 to a 5 mile final.
Reducing speed to 170 for 5 miles.
Delta 1616, reduce speed to 190, then descend and maintain 5,000.
190, descend to 5,000, Delta 1616.
United 1129, descend and maintain 6,000.
6,000, United 1129.
Northwest 1914, descend and maintain 5,000. Traffic that follows in citation, 12 o'clock, 5 miles, westbound 5,000.
Right, 5,000, we have them on TCAS, Northwest 1914.
Delta 9973, turn left heading 030.
030, Delta 9973.
November 420 Sierra Bravo, reaching 5,000, reduce speed to 190.
Okay, reaching 5,000, reduce 190, Bravo.
FedEx 413 heavy, contact tower 126.7, good night.
126.7, good night, thanks for your help.
Northwest 1914 heavy to traffic 12.
Madison, Wisconsin is our alternate.
Hello, push Delta 15 8000, heading 078. Pressure 080.
Northwest 1914 traffic's 12 o'clock, 5 miles northwest, bound at 5,000.
No join the traffic, but he's on TCAS, just 1914. I mean, Northwest 1914.
Delta 9973 heavy, proceed direct ABAS.
Direct ABAS, Delta 9973.
Sun Country 314, turn right heading 120.
120, Sun Country 314.
Qantas 11 heavy, reduce speed to 170 to a 5 mile final, if I didn't already tell you.
17025, Qantas 11.
November 921 Bravo Kilo, reduce speed to 170 to a 5 mile final.
170 to 51 Bravo Kilo.
United 1129, reduce speed to 180.
180, 1129.
Northwest 1914, any joy on the traffic?
Negative for Northwest 1914.
Roger. United 1129 traffic that follows 12 to 1 o'clock, about 5 miles, a heavy A310. Expect a visual approach clearance once they get theirs.
Must be a freighter.
Wilco, United 1129.
Delta 1616, turn left heading 050.
Left 050, Delta 1616.
Delta 1274, Minneapolis approach, fly heading 120.
120.
Sun Country 314, descend and maintain 5,000, then reduce speed to 190.
5,000, then 190, Sun Country 314.
Correction, Northwest 1914, heavy into traffic now, 12
So we
o'clock.
had 2 CPU spikes where it jetted right up to 100%.
Airport's 12 o'clock in about 20 miles.
One of them actually
For Northwest 1914.
Northwest 1914, heavy, cleared visual approach,
froze
30 left, maintain 190
the flight
knots.
sim there for a second.
190 knots, cleared visual 30 left, Northwest 1914 heavy.
United 1129, descend and maintain 5,000. Do you still have the A310 in sight?
5,000, and we have traffic in sight, 1129.
Delta 1616, proceed direct to ABAS.
Direct ABAS, Delta 1616.
United 1129, follow traffic, cleared visual approach, runway 30 left, maintain 180 knots.
180 knots, clear for the visual, 30 left, following the traffic, United 1129.
Delta 9973, heavy traffic to follow, 12 o'clock, 5 miles, 6,000, westbound is a A3, well, correction, is 737.
Inside Delta 9973.
Delta 9973, heavy follow traffic with visual approach, runway 30 left, maintain 190 knots.
Alright, follow traffic, clear the visual, 30 left, and we'll maintain 190 knots, Delta 9973.
November 4200, Sierra Bravo, fly heading 040.
Appreciate it.
Fly heading 040.
Manchester, we have a daily Virgin flight from.
Maintain 5,000.
We have a daily flight here into Hotlanta on a Virgin A330-300 from Manchester, and then A350 1000 from Heathrow.
Yep, 170-5, 1 Bravo 2. United 446, Minneapolis approach, fly heading 120, descend and maintain 5,000. United 446.
So let's see, it is hitting 10 o'clock here in the U.S., and that means it is 3 o'clock in the morning out there in the U.K.
090, well, 0548. Turning right 090, altitude 7,000.
Yeah, at 446 Minneapolis approach, fly heading 130.
So he's got me on the
130,
long approach.
November 420 Sierra Bravo, proceed direct ABAS.
Okay, direct ABAS, set out Bravo.
November 1 Bravo Kilo, contact
Sequencing
tower,
me in there.
Good night.
126.7, 1 Bravo Kilo, good night.
Proposed Delta 1902, descending out of 8500 for 7,000.
Delta 1902 Minneapolis approach, roger. Delta 1616 traffic that follows, 12 o'clock, 7 miles westbound at 5,000, heavy 767, caution wake turbulence.
Caution wake turbulence from the heavy 76 Delta 1616.
Do you have the traffic in sight?
I have him, Delta 1616.
Northwest 1914 heavy, maintain 170 knots, still a 5-mile final.
172, 5-mile final, Northwest 1914 heavy.
November 420 Sierra Bravo, fly heading 280, proceed direct to ABAS when able.
Left heading 280 and when able ABAS 00.
Sun Country 314, fly heading 050.
050, Sun Country 314.
About 20 miles out from ABAS.
Simulator, descend and maintain 5,000.
Do not pause your simulator, he said. Somebody actually paused their sim.
Descend maintain 5,000, United 446.
Northwest 1914 heavy, towers 126.7, have a good night.
267, thank you for your 2C, good night.
United 1129, maintain 170 knots, still a 5-mile final.
170 till 5 miles, 1129.
Delta 9973 heavy, reduce speed to 170.
Sounds good.
5-mile final.
Make sure the
All right, Minneapolis approach, United 446.
seats and tray tables are in their upright
climbing,
positions.
Climbing.
United 446, descend and maintain 5,000. There's no aircraft there. Shouldn't be any need for a TCAS advisory.
Yeah, okay. Descend 5,000.
Delta 1902, turn right heading 110, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, right heading 110, Delta 90, notice.
Delta 1712, descend to follow. Descend by the suit actually.
Sun Country 314, proceed direct ABAS.
Direct ABAS, Sun Country 314.
Fuel checking on?
Doing a great job sequencing us in.
Delta 1712, where are you?
We are inbound Bay KS.
Delta 1712, contact approach 135.47.
Okay, thank you. 135.47. Thank you. Bye bye.
United 1129, towers 126.7. Good night.
Tower 26.7. Good night. United 1129.
Delta 1274, turn left heading 030.
030,
United 446, descend and maintain 5,000, then reduce speed to 190.
Descend 5,000, reduce speed 190, United 446.
Delta 1616, do you still have the Heavy 767 in sight?
I have the heavy, Delta 1616.
Delta 1616, thanks. Follow traffic, cleared visual approach, runway 30 left, maintain 170 knots until a 5-mile final.
170 knots, 5-mile final, maintain visual on the 76, Delta 1616.
Delta 1616, just verify, cleared visual approach, runway 30 left.
Cleared for the visual, 30 left, Delta 1616.
Delta 1902, fly heading 120.
120, Delta 90, notice.
Delta 1274, proceed direct ABAS.
Direct ABAS, Delta 64.
Minneapolis approach, good evening, American 21, cruiser 5136, heavy 10.7 to 7,000, heading 210, speed 230.
American 5136, heavy, Minneapolis approach, hello. American 5136, fly heading 180, descend and maintain 7,000.
Heading 180, 7,000, American 5136, heavy.
November 420, Sierra Bravo, turn 10 degrees left, proceed direct ABAS, and traffic you're following is 12 o'clock, about 7 miles westbound at 5,000.
Okay, 10 degrees right, proceed direct ABAS, 00 now.
November 0, Sierra Bravo, negative, turn 10 degrees left, did you have that traffic in sight?
Oh, affirmative.
Yeah, I've got, he's out there, but I see him.
United 1129, tower 126.7, good night.
And we got parallel traffic on the 380 right.
Delta 9973, heavy contact Minneapolis, tower 126.7, good night. Delta 9973, towers 126.7, good night.
2679, 73.
Delta 1616, maintain 170 knots until a 5-mile final.
170 till a 5-mile final, Delta 1616.
American 5136 heavy, fly heading 200.
Fly heading 200, American 5136 heavy.
American 5136 heavy, reaching 7,000, reduce speed to 190.
At 7,000, speed 190, American 5136 heavy.
United 446, reduce speed to 190 now, then descend to maintain 5,000.
Reduce speed to, say speed again?
United 446, reduce speed to 190, then descend to maintain 5,000.
Alright, speed 190, descend 5,000, United 446.
Delta 1902, reduce speed to 190.
190 knots, Delta 1902.
Delta 1616, reduce speed to 170 till a 5-mile final, tower 126.7, have a good night.
2670 and maintain 170 on the speed, Delta 1616, good night.
United 446, turn left heading 050.
050, heading United 446.
American 5130.
Delta 9973 heavy, unfortunately spacing's not going to work. Fly present heading, cancel approach, clearance climb, maintain 4,000.
Present heading to 4,000 up to 9973.
Minneapolis Tower, Delta 1616 with you on the visual, 30 left.
Is that Delta 1616 calling?
That is correct.
Delta 1616, Minneapolis Tower, wind 220 at 6, runway 30 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 30 left, Delta 1616.
Nice over ground for Northwest 1914.
Northwest 1914, cross runway 4 on Alpha, hold short of Charlie, contact ground 121.9, good night.
Alpha cross 4, hold short of Charlie, Northwest 1914. And good night, thank you for ATC.
Somebody had to get up to go to the bathroom, I bet. You know how those passengers are, can't hold their liquor.
Delta 778, request taxi to runway 30 left.
Med 1129's on the go.
1129, fly, runway heading, climb, maintain 4,000.
Runway heading 4,000, 1129.
Delta 9973 Heavy, turn left heading 270.
279, 970.
Southwest 1642, runway 17, line up and wait.
A little bit to the right of the runway. Still a little bit to the right of the runway. There we go.
Delta 778, request taxi to runway 30 left.
Delta 778, contact ground 121.9.
Roger that.
Delta 9973 Heavy, contact Minneapolis departure 124.7.
24-7.
1129, contact Minneapolis departure 124.7.
24.7, United 1129.
Southwest 3010, runway 17, line up and wait.
17, line up and wait, Southwest 3010.
Don't sink.
Tower Northwest 19 Heavy, 30 left.
Northwest 19 Heavy, Minneapolis Tower, hold short 30 left in sequence.
Hold short 30 left in sequence, Northwest 19 Heavy.
There's a 747 out there.
November 4200 Sierra Bravo on the visual 30 left.
Yeah, we are down.
43 Heavy, runway 30 left, line up and wait, be ready to go.
Line up and wait, for 30 left, Delta 43 Heavy.
60 knots.
Or 4200 Sierra Bravo, Minneapolis Tower, traffic holding in position is a heavy A330, caution wake turbulence, wind 220 at 6, runway 30 left, clear to land.
30 left, clear to land, 00 Bravo.
And Delta 1616 is off at Delta.
Delta 1616, contact ground point 9er.
Ground point 9er, Delta 1616, thanks. Go ahead and stop here. Parking brake set, landing lights off, taxi lights on, strobes off, de-ice tot heat off. Flaps coming up. That was a great landing, folks. A damn sight better than what happened the other day.
Hold short of Delta. Sure, Delta's not going to connect to 8. Delta 1616, you with me?
I just came over for Delta 1616. No preference on the parking, but any Delta gate will do.
Right turn Alpha, left into the gate.
Right Alpha, left to the gate, Delta 1616.
Sun Country 190, continue taxi. Continue taxi, at 08. Southwest 225, sorry for the delay, going to be following Sun Country to your ramp. We'll follow the Sun Country to the ramp for Southwest 325. 2789, you with me?
Delta 2789, affirm on Charlie.
Where are you parking?
Foxtrot 1 is possible.
Taxi by Delta, hold short Charlie 5.
Delta holding short Charlie 5, Delta
Yeah, we'll just
2789.
We'll just look for an empty gate somewhere.
Mike, left turn, Charlie 6.
We'll take the gate next to the A320 over here.
Confirmative. Sun Country 1908, where you going?
Does Delta 778 have clearance to taxi to runway 30 right?
Sun Country 90, are you able to make a right turn Delta?
Yeah, I thought you said left turn Delta. It could have been my bad, but we are able.
I've been on here too long, so it's probably my fault. Yeah, my bad. Right turn Delta, hold short 30 left.
Right turn Delta, hold short 30 left, no worries. Sun Country 98.
Delta 778, taxi to 30 right by Alpha Charlie Papa last time.
Ground Delta 1515, spot F9, push and start with uniform.
1616, push approved, make clear of Alpha.
Make clear of Alpha, Delta 1515, thanks.
Parking brake set.
Contact tower 1267, he'll get you across.
126.7, Sun Country 98.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Minneapolis International Airport.
Contact tower 1267, he'll get you across.
2674 Southwest 325.
Ground Howdy, established 11.
Current local time 0313 Zulu.
Alright, continue.
Shutdown checklist. Parking brake set. Throttle idle. Engines.
Send Bravo to the gate, Delta 2789.
United 1310, cross runway 22
To
straight
cut
ahead.
off.
Cross runway 22 straight ahead of the ramp for United 1310.
Mode Charlie off. Taxi lights off. Beacon lights on, nav lights off, PTOT anti-ice off, flight director off.
Number 7198, contact tower 1267.
1267, good day.
Ground Canada 585 on Gulf. Canada 585, bonjour, where are you parking?
Anywhere you want me to park. Can take the gate just in front of me.
That's it. Yeah, go back to Canada if you want.
Yeah, no, not tonight. Too late.
You're doing great, my friend. We appreciate you being here, and I do not mind the commentary.
Gate Charlie 24 push.
3868 push start approved.
I just thank you for being here on the live stream and keeping me company.
Push approved.
Everything went really good this evening. So.
Ground Delta 1981, Foxtrot 10.
All right, back into the cockpit, and go ahead and turn off
1981, push
the
approved, make clear of
APU.
Alpha, be advised you have company track pushing in the area. Roger, push approved, we'll
Hydraulic pumps off.
Avoid Alpha.
American 1589 looking for push as well.
So that 1589?
Affirm.
Push approved there.
Roger, push approved, American 1589. Ground American 2164, looking for push on Delta.
Alright, that was like 3 people at once, one at a time, please.
It's my first flight into Minneapolis unprepared, so I'm going to have to configure all my GSX gates here.
Good evening, Unit 719, cleared freezer right on Charlie.
He's going to drive right under the wing.
Yes, sir. Alright, 11 o'clock.
Oh, what a hazard that is. Holy cow.
Delta to the gate.
Really?
Delta to the gate, Unit 719, thanks.
And Northwest 1914, sign now. Thank you for your ATC. Good night.
Have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Delta 2809, Golf 14, what's your uniform?
Delta 778, stay on Alpha, hold short of Delta.
Switch back over to Unicom. Again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport. Current local time in Minneapolis is 9:16 p.m. Central Time, 0316 Zulu. I really appreciate everybody joining the live stream tonight. Could not have gone any better. Everything went fine except for that little pause there when we switched over to Minneapolis approach. Landing was damn near perfect. Can't ask for anything better than that. So thank you for joining the live stream tonight. Hit and smash the like button. Support the channel by subscribing if you aren't already. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight. JDM Boy, Virtual Aviation, our new guy, 6th Day Blue from the UK, and my wonderful wifey for stopping by and saying hello. No plans for tomorrow, so we will likely have another live stream, Minneapolis to Winnipeg. I'll have to check and see. Let me pull my... Let me go ahead and end my... Go ahead and pirate my flight here. So exactly 2 hours, just that slight delay for sequencing coming in. Here, so... and remove that, and right on the nose, 2 hours. Let's see. Almost at 2,888 hours total. Okay. Next flight's going to be A319 up to Winnipeg. After that, be Winnipeg to Memphis, and that's going to be a FedEx 75 freighter, and that's going to be the oh, Jesus. Who's the Quality Wings 757 that I just picked up? And then after that, we'll be heading back home to Atlanta for Thanksgiving. And those are our next few flights. So in case you didn't know, I fly for a virtual pilot union called Air Source. So, anyways, again... Thanks for joining me on the live stream tonight. Really appreciate it. Appreciate the support from everybody. Again, smash the like button. Support the channels by subscribing. Join me on the next live stream. I will give you a heads up on it. When I decide to do it, it'll probably be in the late afternoon, early evening again, so... Anyways, I'm going to go make some coffee, spend some time with the wifey downstairs watching some Christmas movies. This is Michael with the Skies Live Aviation channel wishing you a wonderful rest of your Friday evening. Looking forward to it as well, my friend. So again, Michael with Skies Live Aviation channel wishing you a fine rest of your Friday evening. Saturday for our friends in the UK. Have a great weekend. We will see you in less than 24 hours for another live stream up to Winnipeg. Y'all take care. Have a great night. Bye-bye now.